Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Not only are we back, I'm starting this podcast off as Stephen A. Smith. All right, we are back for our third episode, our third installment of the State of Sports podcast. You already know who it is. It's your boy Savage Mighty Montana. I'm, a- I'm actually glad you didn't deny the name. Thank you. You need to. Oh, okay. And obviously, it's your boy CP Wavy, but that's not the problem. We're not worried about who's hosting this episode right now. We're not worried about. Listen, all right. You know what I'm doing right now, Mar? I'm chewing food. All right. Fake Man United fan. Oof, oof. Right, right. Uh-huh. Bro, bro. Oh yeah, we the Gunners. Yeah, we the Gunners. We the Gunners. Don't worry about that. I have started with this team from game one this season. You heard? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, terrible start, right? But that's not the problem. You can start bad, right? It's about how you finish. Am I right? Can I get an amen? Somebody. How in the hell have we? And you know, a lot of Arsenal fans, they're gonna blame Arteta. They're gonna put this on Arteta. Obviously, some of the blame is gonna go to him, but I can't blame him. I can't give full of the blame to him because what he's done for this club this season, in the hopes of even getting top four, has been massive. There was like a 2 3 week period where every Arsenal fan banded together in hopes of seeing Champions League football. But how the hell, Mark? How many chances have we had to lock down top four? How many chances have we had to lock down top? We postponed the North London derby earlier in the season. But we was complaining we was weak. Yeah, yeah. You did all that to get slapped up. Still 3-0. Right? 3-0. And you know, Son, I love Son. Son is my favorite Premier League player. And he's my second favorite player of all time, besides Lionel Messi. We still get slapped up. And then to make matters worse, we have Newcastle away. Now, as of recent weeks, if we look at the past, let's say 6 weeks, our games haven't been completely abysmal. We've got some wins. We got a few losses, including the North London Derby. We get that. Yeah, we beat Chelsea. I think we beat y'all. Oh, yeah, nah, nah. You're not about to blame the refs. We destroyed him. He was all the way outside. Oh, give me a break. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the Man United fan. Uh-huh, right, right. For for Bruno Fernandes submits both of them, right? We've lost 2 now with this loss to Newcastle, right? I've had hope. I've had belief in the young core of this team, and clearly we saw mental fatigue today. I didn't even get to watch the full game, but from what I've heard and from what I saw, there was clearly signs of the weakness and the tenacity and obviously the overall maturity of our squad in terms of going against adversity. You're in a tough spot to get into the top 4. We didn't have that intensity to do that. We didn't have it. Yeah, you're trash. Mm, mm. Did you say Ronaldo had a rough season? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, bro. You know my love for Lacazette, man. Listen, first off, I disagree with you on some of the things you said. I think Arteta, managing wise, isn't bad. He had he has had the team playing for him. When it comes to a discourse between certain players like him and Aubameyang, how you talked about Lacazette, we gotta understand he is the head coach. All right. As much of a good player you can be or are not, whether you're in form or not, you gotta adhere to the manager. All right. It's his plan and it's his view that's gonna take you into the future. So if you can't get on board with that, of course it's going to be a discourse. Of course you're going to be put to the side. Of course they're going to look to trade you off, maybe loan you, maybe sell you. That's going to happen. But other than that, there was a string of weeks, maybe even a month or two, where Arteta had the Gunners playing, I wouldn't say beautiful football, but consistently decent football to the point where we were getting results, all right? I, I I agree and I understand that, but at the same time, I still can't give an excuse to these players for bottling top four. I can't give an excuse. I can't be like, oh, they're young. Yes, they're young. Yes, they're inexperienced. Yes, they don't have that mental fortitude yet that is developed through years and years of battling in this league. But at the same time, the amount of chances and games missed that we had to make up, opportunities to to put ourselves in top four without a reason of a doubt, right? We've had so many. Thomas Partey, yes. Tierney. Oh, I get that, bro. I get that. Listen, I understand that we had no depth, and this is what I'm saying. Arteta's gonna get some of the blame, and he does deserve some of the blame. Yes, we didn't have depth. Yes, we gave up a lot of our older core and mature core. Of course, we did that. But at the same time, while that happened, and while that does play in a part of us losing top four, there is still no excuse. All right, I just no. At some point we have to be brutally honest. No, I can't say that either. I can't say we're losing to Newcastle. Newcastle, Newcastle, bro. Huh? I'm just saying. And Tottenham, don't get me wrong. Listen, what Conte has done with Tottenham, and it's not like I hate Tottenham because personally, I don't have that loyalty, that real Arsenal loyalty that fans in the UK have, where they just hate Tottenham. I don't got that because I like Tottenham, kind of. They're decent. Son is one of my favorite players, obviously. What Conte has done for Spurs has been great, right? He's given them belief. He's got them back into the top four. But at the same time, Arteta gave us the same belief, even though he may not have the reputation as an Antonio Conte, right? And the head coaching prowess of an Antonio Conte, he gave us that belief. So going into that North London derby, I was expecting a battle, maybe a draw, you know, maybe a few goals. There's gonna be a victor, you know. If we lose 3-2, I can understand that. If we win 3-2, I can understand that. But we just lost. We just completely lost. And now Newcastle away, we can't get it done. We got another own goal in the last two games. We have we've basically lost because of two own goals, winning each game. No. I can't accept that either. I can't accept that either. I listen, listen. I don't even know if is it six. I think it's five. I'll say this right. I'm not gonna be that guy that's like the glass is half full. You know, I'm not gonna be that guy that's like, yo, there is still a chance of getting top four because there still is. Tottenham would have to flat out lose to Norwich. Norwich would have to beat them, and then we would have to win our game against who is it? Everton, I believe, for us to get top four. So there's still a chance, but it's such a low chance. They are. I just said that. Tottenham's not going to lose that game. If, if if Tottenham bottle Norwich and Arsenal still don't get top four, there's a very big problem. I would hate that ending so much if that happened. So much. Oh yeah. Sure. Of course, we want to be seen with y'all in y'all rebuilding phase. We don't care about United right now. Oh, Barca. I mean, we had a few recent wins. Listen. Yeah, I know. I've heard some things, and what I've heard, amongst all the things that have been said, is that he wants Champions League football now. Oh yeah, we were, but at that time, he wasn't trade. He was looking for. He was not looking to leave. Or there was no opportunity for him to leave. But now, Barcelona is back. How many years is that going to take? Oh, are you claiming that now? Martin, you are claiming that in the 2022 to 2023 season, Manchester United will either get top four or win Europa. This is what I'm hearing. All right, I'm gonna hold you to that. And in a year's time, we'll come back to it. Who is getting Dembele? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold the hell on. I'm so happy for him. He is not going to Manchester United. It's over for what? No, it's not. Yeah, go ahead. Uh-huh. That's not happening. But yeah, it's your dream. It's your dream. Go ahead. So you guys definitely want to go after De Jong when you have a certain Donny Van de Beek at your disposal. Right. Mhm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Donny and who are gonna compete for the number 10 role? He does, he does, he does. Right. You're not getting Dembele. I'm just saying that right now, and you're not getting De Jong. I'd be surprised if you get anybody from my squad. I'd be so surprised. Right, right, right. You keep living that fever dream. Listen, we'll see. Yeah, we know. I'm not gonna mention his name. I'm not gonna mention his name. That's not his name, and I'm not gonna mention his name. Laporte is currently a center back for Manchester City, sir. But you know, yeah, right, 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 right. He gave y'all Frankie De Jong. Wha- Right, because I needed to hear this. When are the Glazers leaving again? No, no, I just want to know. No, no, no. You know I have to do that. I just want to know. Give me an answer. No, 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 no. Let's talk about it. When are they leaving? Because United, as far as I'm concerned, will never get back to the United of old as long as they're in charge. All right? Nah, I don't think there's no chance. I think for success to come back to Old Trafford, you need to get rid of the Glazers. I've seen too many pundits, too many ex-players. Right. Mhm. And you think it'll all work out? Wishful thinking more. Some German. I think he's Poland. Pretty sure he's Polish. He's a German league legend, if that's what you're saying. But I'm pretty sure we've locked him down to a certain Robert Lewandowski. But you know, oh, we're gonna keep him. Traore, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, you might have to edit this part out, bro. I got something in my chest. Yeah, go ahead. That's nuts. I'll say this. You know, I know our current president. He can get us through it. I know for sure. I mean, he's our ex great. So I'll give it time, and we got Xavi Ball. Listen, Xavi took us from what was it, like eighth, and now we're second. We're back in the Champions League. I have belief. I have faith in my team right now. So I got no problems when it comes to Arsenal. That and listen, the Arsenal's not even my number one team. It's just that it's my team that it's like I need y'all to win, bro. Like yeah, y'all are my pride. Put it like that. Manchester City is my number one team. That's been day one. Ever since I was a little kid, it's always been City. But Arsenal is that team that's like, y'all underdogs, y'all young. I want to see y'all succeed. That's what it is for me. But hey man. But there's another topic where I'm pretty sure either of us can go Stephen A. for. It's not football related. The sport, the sport has a ball. It uses a ball. This sport, but but it's not football related. If you know what I'm saying. Oh, you know what I mean. Martin, you know what I was doing earlier? I'm still doing it, by the way. I'm eating. I'm eating. Eating, bro. I'm eating pasta and meatballs. Oh, it's me. Yeah, I'm sure, but it's great. Well, I'm so proud of you and your Dominoes. What- I'm so proud of you and your Dominoes. I hope it tastes good. Yeah, and that's the goal. We should all try and lose weight. We gotta eat healthy, though, right? Said he has steak. I'm sure it did. And that's you eating good, right? That's you eating good. Not eating healthy, but just eating good. In the sense that the food is good, you're feeling good. That's you eating good. Exactly. Where can you go wrong? Last night, the Dallas Mavericks, they didn't play an NBA game, Martin. They went to dinner night. They went to dinner night. They ate everything up. Oh, let me point out something. They were invited. It wasn't their house that they ate dinner at. They were invited and disrespected them. All right. The Phoenix Suns were an absolute no show yesterday. An absolute no show. Your beloved number one seed in the Western Conference went quiet in game 7. Yeah, to go ahead, go ahead. Mhm. Uh-huh. Yo, so much they talk trash, the fans talk trash, and look where it got them. Where it got them. Well, all of a sudden, everybody became a Chris Paul hater. I don't know about that, by the way. Yeah, that's that's to slander him. That's that's and commitment. And you just yeah, you just don't got that yet. Uh-huh, when Ronaldo moves to his next team, right? Oh, right, right, right. Yeah, we're retiring at United, all CR7 fans. Right, right, right. That's how it's gonna plan out. You completely sure? Oh, I hope it works out for you, Mar. Yeah, back to these bums. You try to give people the benefit of the doubt. This is the NBA playoffs. Y'all are the number one seed. How wouldn't that, Martin? It was the end of the third quarter, bro. The end 40. The end of the third quarter. Let me say this to the people in the back too. Let me get my voice clear. The end of the third quarter of Game 7 of the Phoenix Suns versus the Dallas Mavericks. No individual person on the Phoenix Suns had over 10 points. Jay Crowder didn't have 10 points. Book didn't have 10 points. No one on that team was in double digits in any stat. No, listen, I don't make the rules. You smoking that pack right now? A lot of people were smoking it last night. I'll be honest. A lot of people were smoking that pack at about the second quarter. Some people were smoking Suns pack during the second quarter of the game. That's how bad it was, Mar. How in the hell? The number one seed, huh? Devin Booker, the kid that's supposed to have a similar, and I'm not saying he is this guy, but a similar Kobe mentality, huh? Where'd he go? Where was point guard? Where'd he go? I I just want to know, bro. That's all I want to know. And Luka Doncic, right? Real Madrid legend, and I ain't talking football. Real Madrid legend, I ain't talking football. Was the most relaxed, but I don't know about. Listen. There is only one goal, and his name is Lionel Messi. We moved though. It's not four now. I'll say that. Right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know Silver League, I know. Listen, I'm talking about basketball right now. I don't have to argue about how Ronaldo's a tap-in merchant. I don't have to argue about this right now. Listen, we ain't here for that. We still on this on this Dallas Mavericks game. The Phoenix Suns. I won't even say they should hang their heads in shame. What that was, like, I wanted to make it an effort of mine to watch the press conferences on both sides. I wanted to see what D Book and CP3 was gonna say about the game. I didn't get to, but I feel like I'm going to after this. There is no excuse. I don't want to hear we're getting back in the lab, because obviously you're gonna have to get back in the lab after that washing. You know, I don't want to hear it. How in the hell, Martin? You think I'm like? I hope nobody thinks I'm joking when I'm saying that people were smoking that Phoenix back at halftime. Luca had the same amount of points by himself as the Phoenix Suns at halftime. I've never seen such a sorry exit by an NBA team, I don't think, ever in my life. And I'm not a fan, and I don't care about these two teams. I don't have a favorite player on these two teams. But when I turned on that game, I expected a battle. Game 7, all right? Two of the biggest young stars in the league, in Luka Doncic and Devin Booker, going head to head. I expected a battle. And what I got was watching one man in his team eat dinner. And Martin, let me reiterate the fact they were away. They weren't at home. Mark Cuban wasn't on the bench with a bunch of other people wearing blue and white. They were in Phoenix. How? How y'all letting this happen in y'all own backyard, man? Huh? I need to know. I need to know. Now, we try to get we try to get Ari for this. I don't know where he is. Why can't you do that? I know why it's the Celtics, but why is it the Warriors? The Warriors? Right, they need to stay away from you. Oh, the Warriors? I think Curry has. Yeah, they have three. I think what it comes down to about Goat franchises is how they did it, and they did it so like it was just them, bro. Listen, I hope they get 18. because I don't want to see you happy. Oh man. Nah, that's a joke. But nah, honestly, when it comes to like, obviously, for anyone that doesn't know, the Eastern and Western Conference Finals are set. It's going to be the Warriors versus the Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference, and it'll be the Celtics and the Miami Heat. All four teams deserving of the position that they are in right now for their respective conference. Right? I don't want to hear about the Lakers right now because who cares about the Lakers right now? What I witnessed last night was not only a travesty, it just says volumes. Like I'm disappointed and I'm slightly hurt for Phoenix, even though I shouldn't be. But I'm more happy about the fact that Luka and the Mavericks really said, "Oh, y'all talking shit." oh,
Hello.
oh, oh. NBA
Basketball
Insider,
correspondence, I
the
guess.
the Black Stephen A 2.0.
Uh,
Wow.
well, we gonna get personal today. We smoking that Sunspec for real
Oh
today.
no, no, no. I was smoking that Suns pack at halftime yesterday, Ari. That's when
Oh
I
yeah,
was smoking that Suns pack.
we was smoking that Sunspec for a minute. This shit big though. This one of them baseball bats.
This
You
is
can't finish it all at once, bruh.
this was an absolute thrashing, bro. I
I
still don't
I've
get it.
never seen I've never seen a game 7 like this. Never in my life.
I'm gonna let y'all talk. I gotta finish eating.
Yeah. A game I that is not just embarrassing. It is it is just it's an all-time collapse.
Oh
This
yeah.
is this is an all-time collapse. It's gonna go down in Suns history forever, especially because this was supposed to be the best team in the NBA. They won 64 games, number one seed in the West. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the best team in the NBA by record. Number one team in the West. Uh, they had everything going for them. They were I think if you talk to most people who follow the NBA, they were most people's pick to go to the finals in the West. And that just a
I wouldn't put him up. I
throw that
wouldn't
sh-
put them past Steph personally.
throw that shit out the window.
Really.
Kind of, but not only him. He's a 3 and D guy, man. He's a 3 and D guy. Fair enough. They it wasn't just that though. They were if you watch the game, like they 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 were matchup hunting him the entire time. They were matchup hunting him. They were doing their best to make him work on both sides of the floor. Every time they could, they were trying to make him, you know, they were trying to make him tired. You had Luca really just going at him, right, for a while. And on top of that, the last couple games, right? I legitimately think CP3 might have had like another injury because
Really.
nah, I think he really did, might have. I'm hey, I'm smoking this pack. but I'm still gonna try and be my unbiased self. He might have another injury because 100%, if you were watching that game last night, he was not being aggressive at all till the end of the game. He was just driving and kicking, like he wouldn't even look to shoot. He'd just kick it out immediately. You know what I'm saying? That was not CP3 at his norm for all the incredible defensive job that, you know, Dallas did on him. Which, hey, I gotta say, we gotta say this. As much as we smoking this Suns pack, right? We also gotta talk about Dallas. I don't like. I'm gonna preface this by saying I don't like Jason Kidd as a person for specific things he did. I'm not gonna get into it. We don't keep a
Wait,
basketball
why?
here.
Get into it. Why?
No, no, we're not gonna get into that right now. But that being said, Mar knows what we're talking about. You can ask him about it later after the podcast is done. That being said, uh, Jason Kidd did a phenomenal job as coach. He did a phenomenal job game planning for the Suns. This is a I'm not super sure. I didn't look exactly at the records, but at the seedings, he Luka isn't exactly he'd try every now and then, yeah. Carlisle. So, yeah, that Steve Kerr thing. The
All
there's
that.
there's a
Oh,
bit
okay.
of a difference with this though, because, one thing we gotta take into account, right? Um, one to for the first part, right? Uh, Dallas went all in on, like, heliocentric Luka ball. Just everything runs through damn near everything runs through Luka. We're gonna win off we have a superstar player, which I think we can all agree that Luka is a superstar, right?
Why
He is
wouldn't you be?
exactly. But we have a superstar NBA player. I'm sorry if y'all hearing that. That's my
Yep,
mother's kettle.
that kettle going off.
Yeah, but we have a superstar NBA player. We are going to run everything through him as much as possible. We're going to try and get him some help, right? Some scoring help. So they went and got, besides Brunson there, who Brunson has been great for them, you know. Uh they went ahead and traded for Davis Bertans, right? Another shooter for them, as well as Spencer Dinwiddie, who has bounced back from a horrible
Yeah.
Wizards year. Uh, but he's
Forgot he
bounced
was
back
with the Wizards.
off the bench, yeah. He I mean, yeah, I feel you, but, like, this is, like, a guy you can, like, have the ball run through, while Luka rests and stuff, and, like, they did play 3 guard lineups with Brunson, Luka, and, Dinwiddie, right? But the other thing that I would like to bring up, right? I don't know if y'all know this. Dallas was a top 5 defense. Oh, yeah. They were the number 1 defense in the league, but Dallas was either a top 10 or top 5 defense. And Luka, look, I love Luka, alright? That's that boy. But
He's nasty.
Luka is not a defensive player. So when when he went out and it was versus the Jazz, I was like questioning the offense. The defense was not what I was questioning. That is a elite defensive team, uh, with or without Luka there. The other thing is, I don't know if y'all know this. Luka did not like Rick Carlisle.
Really?
Yes. Luca did not like Rick Carlisle. So do you remember Carlton when the whole thing, right? And I don't know if y'all remember this this part specifically. I know Mar will remember this story about Carlisle, but there was a narrative for a long while about when Dennis Smith Jr. was on the Mavericks that Dennis Smith Jr. is having the ball too much. He's messing with Luca's mojo. Luca doesn't like that. Luca doesn't like him. Da 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 da. None of this turned out to be true at all. Apparently Dennis Smith Jr. and Luca were like best friends, like always talking on the phone, always playing video games together. Like this was a legitimate thing that was going on, and Luca wanted to try and make it work with DSJ.
Right.
But Carlisle just straight up did not like Dennis Smith Jr. at all. And there you could make an argument Carlisle borderline forced him off the team.
Okay.
To
Out the
a certain
league.
extent, because Dennis Smith Jr. is not in the league no more. But
Oh, really?
he 100% was like he basically forced him off the team, and this is part of the whole situation with Rick Carlisle and the relationship he had with Luca. That being said, the Suns that they threw double teams all the time at at Devin, and he did not like it. They they made it tough for him. They made it tough, and he clearly did not like it. And it wasn't just blindly double teaming him. They did it in a smart way where the other players would be in a position to kind of help out if a pass was made. And it's just yeah, it's oh yeah, definitely.
Luka eating him up, by the way.
Y- Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, it should be. It's gonna be really interesting to, see that matchup. Uh, I unfortunately for Golden State, Gary Payton is just they could really use him. But, yeah. Oh, man. He was to a fan saying you can catch hollows. Come on,
Yeah, I
bro.
see that.
You corny, bro. I mean, the league has not reprimanded him for it. So, hey, here we are. Yeah, I don't think no, I understand that, like, but you can't say some shit like that. Like, you
Oh, nah. To a fan?
I haven't heard that one, but yeah, that's 100%, yeah, John needs to relax. He's not some rap nigga. He need to relax, bruh. He need to cool out. That being said
Wow.
yeah, 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 it's like, bro, you need to relax. That being said, uh, man, Luca was just killing them, bro. Luca was
Oh, he was
killing them
eating
boys,
him up.
bro.
He was-
He hit a spin move on homie into a step back. He dropped Cam Johnson to the floor,
Yep.
then step back for three, and then just looked at the crowd like, yeah, y'all going home. Y'all going home. It was just like I said, I remember watching it, and I think Reggie Miller was the one who said this. Like, did anyone tell the Suns that this is a Game 7 win or go home?
Uh, I
I'm
mean,
not gonna say that. What's so something that I'd like to know, and I know Carlton might have saw this last night,
uh-huh.
but something that I'd like to know is, oh man, all the NBA players got to be having fun with this. Like they
Oh,
have
easily.
to, because no, hold on, because I don't know if y'all know, but JJ Redick, shout out JJ Redick,
Yep. He
he
said first hit gonna be great. He said
yeah,
first hit gonna be saucy.
hold on. JJ Redick, right? He has a podcast, I don't yeah, called The Old Man and the Three, and he's had multiple NBA players on the podcast, right? He's had Luca on the podcast, he's had JoJo on the podcast, he's had KD on the podcast, a bunch of different. He has had CP3 on the podcast,
Mm.
and every when asked, right, when all of these players were asked who talks the most shit in the NBA, do you know what the answer was?
Oh, Phoenix.
Devin Booker.
Oh, well, yeah. I
Devin
mean,
Booker talks the most shit in the NBA.
and here's the thing.
So
Like I said this earlier when you weren't here, Ari, but like Devin Booker's, at least in my eyes, he's seen as like, I don't want to say like a Kobe reject, but someone that has that Kobe mentality, that mama mentality.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
that is
that.
not just the media, but the fan base was really running with this. Like they were
Yeah,
always running with this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have a somewhat similar game, right? Like, yeah,
yeah,
like along with Jason Tatum as well, right? But it's just I think some people have been saying for like been trying to push this agenda, not the Kobe thing. I'm off the Kobe thing, right? But some people have been trying to push this agenda that he's one of them ones, like he's a him.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe this is just me. I never saw Devin Booker is a great player. Don't get me wrong. I never saw Devin Booker as one of those superstar players.
Really.
He's a really really great player, but I don't put him even when like you just talk to the most casual NBA fan, right? I don't think most people would put him in their top 10. I don't even know like he makes top 20, but not top
Yeah.
10. Like he's kind of just outside that sphere. And honestly, it's just the way some people tried to hype him up to make him seem like this when he was not this. This kind of cements that.
Oh well, yeah. This playoff series obviously is gonna have tarnished that entire narrative around him. But
Oh
he's
yeah,
still a good player. Like
he is. He's like I said. I say he's a top 20 player. Like, where is the slander?
I think you could sneak him in the 10. I think you think you can.
No, no, you can't. No, no.
Really?
You can sneak him into 15, but I don't know about 10.
You don't know about 10.
10,
Fair enough.
no.
We're talking current right now, right?
Yes, we're talking about who's here right now.
Okay, yeah, so fair enough. But
Like,
yeah, I was saying
especially with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, as much as like fuck the Celtics, obligatory New York, right? But Jason Tatum has arrived.
yeah.
Like there is no. Future Laker, I. Anyway, the Lakers, we gonna ignore him on this one.
No
Lakers are
shot. The
gonna get
Lakers fan
everybody.
just said that the current Celtic that's chopping it up in the East City's a future Laker. Give me a break.
Bruh, it's Lakers fans. They think they gonna get everyone. Point is,
Forget the
at the end
Lakers,
of the
man.
day, right? Like he's arrived. He's arrived right now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
That being said, Luca has arrived as well. And there's just we already have a set list, right? Of like already affirmed, you know what I'm saying? Like people who are in that top 10, right? Curry, LeBron, even at his advanced stage, fucking KD, Giannis, like Jokic. He's not pushing out
Ooh,
Jokic. I
Jokic.
don't care what you say. I don't care what
Why
you
would he push out Jokic is a two-time MVP, especially this
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. I know,
He ain't
but like,
pushing out
look,
Jokic.
I'm saying this specifically because there is constantly a amount of slander towards Jokic that is ridiculous for someone who is a two-time MVP.
Wow.
So I'm just saying this to nip it in the bud right now. If you think Jokic is not a top 10 NBA player, go and dunk your head in the water and hold your breath for about 5 minutes. Yes.
I mean, let's be honest.
My
It was
look, my choices, there were only 3 choices in my
yeah,
eyes.
him, Embiid, and who?
Embiid and Giannis. And
Yeah.
Giannis was not gonna get it for a bunch of reasons, voter fatigue, uh, the fact that he really started picking it up in later in the season, right? Go ahead, go ahead. Sure,
Oh yeah.
sure. But at the end of the day, right? Like I think the thing we all need to understand, right? The MVP, yes, it is like most valuable player, but it is also a narrative based award.
Yeah,
You
it
this
is.
is the and in fact, all of the awards except for championship are narrative based awards. Okay, they are. That shit is garbage. I'm not rocking with it.
Conferences.
Yeah, as well as a conference championship, which I'm like, bro, I'm not rocking with that. Like that's just that's bruh. You just there's no reason for that. Like, there's just no reason for it at all. And I don't even think NBA players are gonna rock with that because it's gonna be like if you lost in the Western Conference in the conference finals, it's like, yeah, I lost. Like I was so close to reaching the NBA finals. Like, why the fuck do I give a fuck about this
Oh,
little
an
like
award,
conference
exactly.
finals award shit? Like, who cares? Who cares? What do you mean mid-season tournament? Multiple teams? I don't know. So if you want to do that, the only way I can see you getting NBA players to agree to that, you have to cut down the number of games. Yeah, it's gotta be like a game 7 thing. I mean, you could do a game 7 thing like the playoffs, or you could just do it like March Madness, EuroLeague style, just one shot. Nah. Oh, no, of course. That is the thing at the end of the day, right? Like, playing for, like, a sustained amount of time. Like, we literally watched this just now with, the Suns versus the Mavericks. Like, the Suns smacked them the first 2 times, and then because after that, right, the Mavericks game planned for, like, what happened. Like, that's what happens with basketball. Whereas, like, if it's one time, this is how you get stuff like, you know what I'm saying? All of the, all of the, like, surprise knockouts in March Madness in college. Yeah, probably, right? And also, once again, it's a thing where yeah, potentially. I don't know that would be, though. Uh,
I thought it was a great series.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I had no take for who was gonna win this. I thought it was gonna go to 7. It did indeed go to 7. Uh, for the last game though, I put my money on Giannis. I was wrong.
Yeah, I thought Giannis was gonna like push it out, pull through, but
Brook Lopez was also there as well, but it's just
Middleton was hurt, right?
yeah, Middleton was
Yeah.
a more consistent bucket, yeah, and also yeah, Grayson Allen. But yeah, like, game 7, I was watching it the other day, right? And I said the other day, that was yesterday. I was watching it yesterday for the Bucks versus Celtics. By 4th quarter, I was just like, this is cooked, turn it off." Because I don't know if you guys watched it, but just straight up, the the lid a lid was on the basket for the Bucks, man. They were not making anything at all, and the Celtics were just shooting the lights out, every single Celtic. Which another note thing to note, Grant Williams had an incredible game. He put up 27 points and he started off real bad, but at the end of the day, he made up for it. Yeah, that just and this is something else to say, right? This is another example of Coach Bud, being unable, like, too rigid and not wanting to change his plans. Not fire him, but, like, he's a I think he, like, is a big part of it, though, because he did, like, help game plan a lot of the things that helped Giannis become the player he is today, right? But at the end of the day, right, it doesn't change. Like, yes, this is like a failure, but just I don't believe in firing coaches for a single
Season, yeah.
yeah, like that's
I never
for that
understood that, I'll be
single
honest.
season of failure. The idea of firing a coach just for that is ridiculous to me. It'd be one thing if this was like 2 or 3 seasons of especially if you failed in the same specifically, you have championship aspirations and you failed in the same way, like, not just once, but twice or 3 times. That's where I'm like, "Yeah, I get up out of there." No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna um But he eventually did though, and that's part of why they were able to do it. And not only that hold on, and not only that, Like, we not about to do this shit where it's like, "Oh, well, if you take out" No, shut the fuck up. This is like the dumbass argument where it's hold on. This is like the dumbest this is like you are you are not wrong. You are not wrong, but there's a million different players who have a similar, like, story where if X happened, they would have lost. I'm not gonna just hold that against him like that, 1, and 2, this argument about the championship is ridiculous. Like, you can put an asterisk on arguably every championship there is, and you know what? It's still a championship. A W is a W. You can think he's not that guy, but, like, bro, he just won the championship last year, relax. Yeah, I'd understand if this was Doc Rivers or some shit because Doc has a history, but, like, he just won Bud just won a championship last year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I seen the memes. I seen the memes. Yo,
You
run
would've
me
watched the Lakers.
run me by why y'all just like why everyone just like dislikes him now.
So
Not anymore, maybe.
he so No, so Doc Rivers is a decent coach. He's a decent coach. The problem with Doc Rivers is that he's not good at adjusting to situations, and he's not exactly the greatest offensive X's and O's coach.
Right. Okay.
And he has a tendency to blow leads. It's he
Mm,
you say probably you don't have proof of that. But that being said, you still don't have proof. Point is, yeah, he's blown a lot of leads. It's not been great.
I mean, that's still a finals caliber coaching. So
It's
you can't
yeah,
like listen. I don't know if he's the complete best fit for Los Angeles,
or
but
for the
honestly,
Sixers,
yeah. But honestly, what do you need, Martin? What does the Lakers need as a coach right now, Martin?
it, I first first off, no, okay,
I could do that
here
for y'all.
here's where I have to say something. This is and look, I'm a players guy at the end of the day, right? But I believe in fair is fair. And frankly, this idea that like the reason why the Lakers lost this season was so bad is because Frank Vogel is ridiculous. Frank Vogel is a scapegoat for the problems of the Lakers. Frank Vogel is not, and I'm not saying Frank Vogel's a great coach, but Frank Vogel is not the reason y'all lost. Y'all lost for this season is a self-inflicted wound on the part of LeBron James and the Lakers organization, specifically the front office.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out, shout out, Jimmy Bucks.
Lakers fans, Frank Vogel. Yeah, this is something I have to say is like, and this is something there is something we said about this. You if you are saying you going for a championship, you have to go all in. You can't have it both ways. You can't build for the future and and I know like the Warriors seem to be kind of doing that, but like that is an anomaly. And
Mm,
we know the Warriors they kind of because let me put hold on. Because of the injuries in a way, right? They lucked into it, but also, look, man. the Warriors, right? They were going to get Jordan Poole anyway, like, most likely, because the Warriors picked him with, I think, the 28th pick? I'm checking right now because I got my phone right here. He was the 28th pick exactly. Probably not. That being said, I don't see Swaggy P comparisons. No, I don't. That being said, um, in general, right? Like, this was just there were people saying this is a terrible pick when and this goes back to what I was saying about a lot of these awards being narrative based. This when people the fact that Jordan Poole has not won six man of the year, the fact that he didn't win this year was crazy to me.
Mhm.
This
Most improved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that was insane to me, first off. Second off, he there's an argument that, like, Ja arrived, bro, like, Ja's here. To say he's, like, most improved when, like, people were saying last year he's a superstar, that is insane, right? Like, and it's not like he made, like, a Giannis type jump, you know what I'm saying? Like, he in my opinion, it should have been, Jordan Poole. And again, I can show you the clip. When Jordan Poole was drafted, people were saying this was a terrible pick. Like, it just is. At the end of the day, um, yes, his contract is coming up actually at the end of this year, I believe. So they have to pay him. They have to. They're not gonna get rid of Clay. They're not gonna get rid of Clay. I also believe getting rid of Clay is a fucking ridiculous idea. That doesn't mean that this is a thing that you should do. Going in So you get rid of Clay? Yeah. First of all, we don't know if this is going to be Clay forever. Second of all, he's 32, yes. Oh, wait, actually, no, we're both wrong, actually. He is eligible for the rookie extension, yes, but he's eligible for it. That doesn't mean exactly that he could, yeah. Th th I don't agree with this, but mm, we'll see what to do about that whole situation.
I don't know. Hearing y'all talking about just selling Clay Thompson just don't sit right with me.
Yeah, that for it doesn't sit right for me both
It
for
don't sit right
emotional
with me.
reasons and for, like, legitimate practical
Legitimate,
reasons.
exactly. Yeah, it just don't sit right.
Like,
Clay
look,
Thompson.
Jordan Poole is great, but, like, first of all, Clay is still coming off an injury, 1. 2, Clay has not played with this team, like, very much at all.
Mm.
3, like, there's a bunch of reasons why I'm like, getting rid of Clay seems, like, premature, insanely so.
It might
I'm
not be
not
the
gonna lie.
worst
So hold on,
idea.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Yes, it might not be the worst idea. However, I do not trust you after and you're going to say you didn't say this Carlton will back me up here. You said that it would that the Russell Westbrook situation would work itself out.
Every Lakers fan, nah, nah, let me not say
No,
every,
no,
almost every
no, no,
Lakers
no,
fan
no,
said
no.
that.
Because you
Go ahead, go ahead.
to be fair, he got injured.
Yeah, bro. Westbrook is
Bro,
almost as tired
nah,
as
bro.
the
First off,
Lakers fan.
there's other reasons. It's that like this didn't work. It's just his age like amplified it, but there's other reasons why this didn't work. Like Russell Westbrook, like in general, is just he's not. First of all, right? No matter how you look at it, also, hold on, before I even go there, you legitimately have said that no, you have legitimately lied to both my and CP's faces that no, you didn't say that. So thank you for being honest about you actually saying it was gonna work out. Second of all, Russell Westbrook has not been very like good for a while now. Like
Not yeah, he's not the Westbrook of old.
exactly, right? But like so the like I said, I said this early on in the season from the start that I didn't think this would work, but I understand the idea behind it, right? Like the idea here is to have someone to put the ball in LeBron's hands to take pressure off him at his advanced age, right? But that first of all, Westbrook is not a good decision maker, man. Change his game, adjust. I don't know about the regular season thing, but in general, like it just was a bad idea, and it's worse because there's I don't know if you've seen this. You might have seen this, Mar. Like there's stories coming out from Lakers reporters that this man legitimately he came to training camp and they were talking about how they were going to do this, right? Like like they were going to try to do an offense where like anyone takes the rebound, bring it up. Yep, and Russell Westbrook said, "No, I'm the point guard. I'll do it." Like Russ is proving just to be just if this is true, this literally is proving the point that like that I've been thinking for a while that Russ is just extremely inflexible my way or the highway kinda guy. You know what I'm saying? Which goes counter to the whole Brody narrative that people have put together for him for a while. But, like, every time he only plays one way, he only plays one speed, he doesn't make good decisions, he doesn't do anything for you off the ball at all. Like, he could cut. Yeah, but At the end of the day, right? Like this story, like that's come out, it's really, really bad for for Russ. You know what I'm saying? And the worst part about it is that like I said, this is where I was talking about. Like you have to decide to go all in if you want to win championships. The Lakers GM front office decided to they were like, oh yeah, we got future players like Talon Horton Tucker and we got young guys, and it's like, bro, those young guys are not going to get you a championship. Like, yeah, Kyle Lowry was someone who was indeed an option, and they can't do it. Russ has a massive contract that is now an albatross around you guys' neck because nobody wants Russell Westbrook. You're you're stuck with him until the end of next season. You can Carlton, say something here. What do you have to give? Bro,
That ain't it, dog.
you didn't even take that offer seriously yourself. You couldn't even
It's a 2027 first round pick. Oh,
like,
that's
bro, you couldn't even finish that.
funny. How many
Like,
years away that is? Oh my god.
you could not finish that heinous ass shit yourself. Talking about a pick. I don't care if it was next year's pick. It did not matter. You were not getting. Hey, and look, there at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not totally killing the front office, right, about this whole shit, right? Like I said, I can see the logic here, but I just didn't think it would work. The Julius Randle situation was a situation where, yes, he underperformed in the playoffs, right? Very, to put it lightly, right? But this is a guy who took you to the playoffs, like who was a big part of your team, took you to the playoffs, right? Of course, you kind of got to pay him. Like he he showed that he could be at least like a number two option to take you to a number two option guy, right? A guy who could like take you to the playoffs, be an all star. He showed that. But that things changed up. Things very much changed. That said, uh, this I believe the NBA draft lottery is tomorrow. Let me check. Yes, it is tomorrow in Chicago. So we get to see who is getting what picks. The Knicks will probably end up stuck with the 11th pick. uh, I honestly I'm hoping for one of two things. If that is the case, which I'm sure is the case because the Knicks do not have good luck at all. I doubt we're gonna move up in the lottery. But if in the case that we don't, right,
Yeah.
they have to pick best player available. They have to pick best player available. They need either to pick. First of all, I really do not want them to pick. There is a guy who I think they're going to pick, who I do not believe in him at all.
Mm.
He is and specifically because Leon Rose, the front office guy, right? The new front office guy, the new GM. He has shown that he's got a relationship with Kentucky, and so he's gonna draft he's probably gonna draft a Kentucky guy. Ty Washington for the Kentucky Wildcats. I do not believe in his game. I y'all didn't suck. Y'all just got washed though. It was
We talked
that
about this episode 1. We talked about that episode 1. Mhm. The Lakers.
it's okay, but, like, well, to be fair, I'm a Duke guy, so it wasn't great for me either. So close yet so far. That that being hey, shout out Coach K, man. But that being said, uh, yeah, like the draft lotteries tomorrow. I'll bet I would be very surprised if the Knicks move up. If the Knicks move up, I would be happy. Uh, but most likely the top three picks are going to be uh in no particular order, right? Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, and Jaden Ivey are looking like they're set to be 1, 2, 3. If we don't get some fuckery, because sometimes we get some fuckery where there's a pick that ain't immediately obvious to us, or we just don't understand the logic of it, and they end up getting picked. But I'm hoping I don't know. Yep. Oh, something to before we go actually. I forgot to touch on this. I now I'm going to say that I do not know if this is exactly true. All right. I gotta preface this for that. I do not want to spread misinformation, right? Uh as I'm doing this, I'm checking the minutes. I'm running to check the minutes that DeAndre Ayton played in this series. uh I was yeah, so no, hold on. I saw on Twitter that, he right, in the that playoffs game, right, the game 7, he went oh my god. He was not scoring, he was not doing much, and Monty asked him he went to the bench and he basically told Monty that he didn't want to play anymore. Eh. I didn't hear him say that. He when it was asked about him on the bench and stuff like that, Monty proceeded to tell him that it was internal. Sorry, proceeded to tell the media it was internal. Sorry.
And who said that to Monty? Devin?
No, DeAndre.
Oh, DeAndre Ayton. Wow.
How many minutes did he play? Yeah, he played 17 minutes. I mean, bruh, they have to pay him though. They have no choice. They have to pay him. Yeah, that being said, that's a interesting thing. If not, right, we because like we've all thought that they're going to pay him, right? Like they have to. But that being said, if they don't pay him, then a relatively boring, you know, at least where it is supposed to be relatively boring. There's not a lot of like really great free agents out there, right? It'll become a little bit more interesting. That being said, can't wait to see the draft lottery tomorrow because that's gonna matter a lot.
Coming from the Knicks fan.
No, not just like from that standpoint, like hoping that we move up in the draft and stuff like that, but also like like there, I genuinely believe that like there's like the top 3 in this draft are are very, very, very good players. Like they're going to be without a doubt perennial all-stars.
Yeah, we all down bad. I mean, listen, man, that's the end of the episode. I got my football. I got my football woes. I'm sure Martin and Ari got they basketball woes. We just gonna push through. One thing we yeah, yeah, most of them was school. But one thing we can all agree on is that Phoenix Suns pack is hitting right now. It's just going crazy. So thank you all for watching. This has been the third episode of State of Sports. Ari, Mar, CP, signing off. I'll see y'all later.